Today I will talk about the second in this series of three about probability of the universe, this planet, life on this planet, and so on. The first one was about abiogenesis and life forming on this planet. Next, I will deal with the probability of this planet being perfectly suited for life. Of course, there's a problem with this, and that is that it assumes that this is the only planet in the universe that's perfectly suited for life. That's not necessarily true. We are finding many places in the universe, and a couple in the solar system that could possibly provide life. And we don't necessarily know how many of these so-called 400 requirements actually are requirements. We're finding stuff like Europa could possibly have a liquid core due to the gravitation of Jupiter. And even extrasolar planets may not even require a sun at all, period, because they have a large planet to provide the friction and heat for them. There's a couple of extra solar planets that don't even have a sun that could possibly have it. Or we have planets like the one I mentioned before, where it has 4 seasons due to the large orbit of it. And so on. We just don't know what possible ways life could form. Even if we just assume life can only form as carbon, there's many planets that could provide life. Of course, we're not necessarily talking about intelligent life like us, but life is probably quite probable in the universe. And if it is, then the chances of another planet having the right conditions to have life are probably pretty high. And this is one of the big issues with this is they assume that these 400 requirements are perfectly suited for life, therefore life had to have formed here. The thing is, life formed here because of these conditions. If there was no conditions, life would have formed elsewhere and probably has. We wouldn't exist if the Earth was closer, if it had less oxygen, whatever, and all these various so-called things that are required here on this planet. But these are required for this planet and this form of life, again. But we don't know what else is out there and how many possible planets fit many of the criteria, and how many of the criteria aren't necessarily 100% needed and can be fit in other ways. And this is sort of the big deal. For instance, religious people are just trying to argue for the perfection of this planet due to we got here. It's the old saying. It's like a puddle saying, this hole in the dirt was perfectly formed to fit my body. I'm perfectly the right size and shape to be here. Whereas it's because the water in the hole formed to the hole rather than the hole was made for the water. And this is how it is with life on Earth. So the other so-called 400 principles aren't really 100% A, either necessarily needed, or B, required for here. Bacteria could fit way past the so-called Goldilocks zone on Earth. It wouldn't be intelligent life, but that kind of life could form. So I guess it's just, to me, this is a really bad argument because A, we don't have enough figures and information on how many planets out there could fit the criteria. With every planet that we find that has similar things, we have better evidence that life could form. And this goes on and on. There are just too many things that at this point we don't know about, and we're still learning, and we are finding fit elsewhere. So that's it for this video. I guess I'll be doing the other anthropic principle, the one about the universe being perfectly created for us and requiring God next. But I need to do a little more research on that. A quick note, I will be leaving for my sister's this Friday and won't be back for a week or two. So probably won't be any videos then, but I may be able to check on my email and stuff, so I'll be able to at least check on comments and respond here.